I had $500,000 of student debt, and I was so desperate to find my passion for dentistry again that I wasted $9,249 on a dental implant continuing education course. In this video, I want to share with you a phenomenon that so many dentists experience and they fall prey to it, and I call it the implant disillusion. The three key concepts that make up the disillusion are the following. 1, that implants are this golden ticket to a better career. 2, the huge gap between expectation and reality for some implant courses. And 3, judging if a course was actually worth it or not. Hi, my name's Dr. Avi and I'm a retired dentist. On this channel, I help dentists thrive. I talk about clear aligners, the reality of dentistry, all while keeping it raw and authentic. All right, let's get into it. If you're burnt out on basic dentistry, the thought of doing implants has probably crossed your mind because you're probably thinking, I can make more money, help more patients, and do something that's just better than what I'm doing right now, right? Look, I've been in your shoes. I thought the same thing. I was burnt out on basic dentistry and I thought, man, if I could just do implants so that way I could tap into that next level of being an awesome dentist, everything would be so much better in life. And to some degree, it kind of happened, but not to the level that I actually thought. So after I learned how to do implants and I started doing it, yes, it was really cool to be able to do surgery and help my patients in a different way that I wasn't doing before. But after a couple months, I still felt like there was something missing. And it was clear that like this wasn't the thing for me. And I think looking back on this, it's because the thing that I was missing, I never actually got clear on it. So if you are feeling burnt out, you need to ask yourself and get really clear about why are you burnt out? Is it because you're not making enough money? Is it because you're not doing any procedures that are fulfilling or exciting? Is it because there's way too much stress on your plate and you're not actually managing it the right way? Is it because you're not really doing anything outside of the office so you don't have any sense of fulfillment in your day-to-day life? Or maybe you're not spending enough time with yourself and pouring into yourself from a self-care aspect. So before you go investing in all these different courses thinking that they're going to help you have more fulfillment and a better career, you need to get clear as to why you're thinking the way that you're thinking and feeling right now. Figure out what you're truly searching for. When I actually took the time to do that, I realized that I was drawn to dentistry because of the lifestyle and the overarching things that come with being a dentist, or so I thought. And so when I took that and applied it to my current situation, implants weren't doing it all for me because at the end of the day, I wanted time, money, and fulfillment. It was fulfilling because I was helping patients, but it wasn't necessarily giving me more time or money because at the rate that I was doing implants, I was just starting off. So it wasn't like I was doing them super fast, nor was I charging a lot of money for them. And I get it, that comes with time. But I also had a feeling that if I just did more implants and got better and faster and charged more for them, I still knew that that wasn't going to be the answer for me. So that was a high-level synopsis of my perspective on implants. Now, I want to address a huge problem that exists in the dental industry. Before you go sign up for a course, you need to make sure that it is right for you and your needs. To break that down, there can be a huge gap between the course expectation and reality. And I'm saying this from experience because for me, when I took an implant course, that gap was massive. So I signed up for this course because a friend recommended it and we were doing it together. The thing is it happened right when COVID started. So we were supposed to do in-person training, but then they changed it to a hybrid model where all the lectures were online and there was a hands-on component that we would all travel to. So this is where the first division in the expectation versus reality came because I was expecting to go somewhere and be immersed in the information in a live training. But since it was at home, I found that I was very distracted. There was a lot going on and it wasn't the same experience for me. And the expectation also was that the in-person component, we would walk away with a lot of confidence. The only issue was we were placing implants into cadavers. They told us that this was going to help give us even more confidence because we can practice placing multiple implants in the cadavers and feel the different types of bone all around the mouth. But in reality, that doesn't really simulate real life or how to set up for the procedure or how to navigate and troubleshoot if things go wrong along the way. It was just a totally different experience and I wasn't expecting that. So this was a huge letdown for me. And I'm sharing all this with you guys because it culminated into me not having confidence at the end of this course. So that brings me to my next point. So there's only one question that you need to answer to determine if a course was worth it or not. Are you able to implement it? If you can't implement it, you wasted your money. So when I invested about $9,000 into this implant course, I walked away obviously not having that much confidence, but even worse, the office that I was working in wasn't even equipped to do implants. So it's kind of silly now that I think about it. I invested to do a program, but we didn't have the tools or the setup or anything to be able to actually implement it. That's why you need to think twice before you go signing up for all these crazy courses out there. Because if the tools for you to succeed don't exist in the practice that you're at, whether you're an owner or an associate, you need to take a hard look at, are you willing to invest further in the tools that you will need to be successful with them? If you are, great, no problem. Dive in, commit, and crush it. But if you're on the fence about that, you got to think twice about investing in that education. If you can't pay for a course from the money that you make off of the procedure that you learned how to do, it wasn't worth it. This is where you need to determine the ROI of the course or your return on investment. You got to look at the price of the course and weigh it to the number of cases that you need to do that can in turn pay for that course. Let's take this example and apply it to my situation whenever I did start doing implants. So it was about $10K for the implant training, and at the time we were charging $1,500 to place an implant. My take-home pay was 30% of that, so that's about $450 per implant that I was making. So $10,000 divided by $450 is 22.22, so let's call it 23. I needed to place 23 implants for that implant course to pay for itself. And in this instance, I placed 0. So I had wasted $9,249 on this implant course, all because I didn't have the confidence to do it. So this is the most important thing that I'm going to share with you about courses. They don't work unless you work. Now, in this case, I didn't have the confidence and I had already paid the money for the course. And if I were to just give up and throw my hands in the air, that is guaranteeing that I lost that money. But what did I do instead? I took action and I kept searching because I had an interest, desire, and a drive to be successful with this procedure. And so while my wife and I moved across the country, I was looking for jobs that were actually set up to be able to support me if I wanted to place implants. And luckily, the practice that I chose to work at was fully equipped with an implant system, and they were offering an implant mentorship with one of the doctors there. So within the first 2 weeks of me working at this practice, I had a patient lined up that I was able to work on over the weekend with another doctor over my shoulder watching me and mentoring me through the process. And I was able to successfully place 2 implants in one day. This was a massive confidence boost for me because I actually got to do the procedure from start to finish. This then led me to going back to work and placing implants on my own. And what's crazy is if I would have done this without spending that $10,000, I probably would have been in the same exact place. But you can't go back in time. And that's why I made this video, to share this information with you so that way you can avoid potential mistakes in your career. Look, if you're in a position where you're looking to level up and expand your skill set as a clinician and learn more about a procedure that can give you more time, money, and fulfillment, clear aligners are a great choice. This video is a great place for you to start. I made it just for you. I'll see you in there.